Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by AWS. Amazon Q Business is the generative AI assistant that can securely understand your business data, summarize results, and streamline tasks. Learn what Amazon Q Business can do for you at aws.com/learn more.
When your gut feels off, your whole day can feel off. Activia probiotic yogurts and dailies are a quick, easy, and tasty way to up your gut health game every day. They're deliciously smooth and creamy and packed with billions of live and active probiotics. Your gut is where it all begins, so start with Activia. Enjoying Activia twice a day for 2 weeks as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle can help reduce the frequency of minor digestive discomfort.
Hello and happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It is Christmas Eve.
It is the eve of Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Welcome. We are going to read the results of last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And read your responses. I forgot to put this in a highlight. On me. Every time I just go to our Instagram and I see the photo of Michael B. Jordan next to our reactions to the call from the Don't Blame Me episode, I'm just like, I am just reminded that our cup runneth over with the content that you all have been delivering for us. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Shall we get into this show? See you next Tuesday is when we read the results from our latest. Now we're caught up. We read the results from our latest episode of But Am I Wrong? All right. So first up, me. Melissa says, shut down all AI merchant. 2% said I was wrong. 98% said I was not wrong.
I want to give a shout out to the images I used are in fact from the website that does the shirts that you were sending.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I did have to pick ones that were objectively horrible because some of them almost sold me.
Some of them they look good until you like your eyes
until
just
you realize it's
a
just
little bit
made up.
And you're like,
until you realize you're looking at a drawing.
Mm-hmm. Someone said I voted wrong. I misread Melissa's wrong as AI is wrong. I'm so sorry. Someone else said, insanity that this is happening. I want AI to figure out the most efficient ways to exist as a human. Maybe not that. I know what you meant, but I think the phrasing is wrong. The most efficient ways to exist as a human or cure cancer, not make shitty ads for non-existent stores. Another person said, I really wonder how many people have been tricked by these places and what the aftermath was. At this point, I think people stop paying attention to what they buy, click on, and continuously get bamboozled. And that's what I call natural selection. That is the modern day natural selection.
Okay, then we have Megan thinks it's weird that the newest health craze is colostrum. 1% said I was wrong, 99% said I was not wrong. This might be the most objective results of anything I've ever posted. Someone said I think I clicked on the wrong one, maybe, but I definitely think it's weird, and I agree. So someone said, I just wanted to chime in with what I know since my family are dairy goat farmers. They got into it at a time where the industry realized they could use goat milk, parentheses, colostrum, for baby formula. We also use powdered colostrum to feed the baby goats. If they stay with their moms, they risk getting very sick. Goats spread viruses like crazy and could cause harm to the babies. This is basically all I know about it. I'm no means an expert. My perspective is definitely different from people who don't come from a farming background. The entire dairy industry is essentially based on getting animals pregnant, taking their milk, and doing it over again. If the farmer is doing their job properly and with care, the animals live very happy lives. I do understand why people are weirded out by that or don't support it, but supporting the dairy industry supports my family and others. I wouldn't ever seek out colostrum unless it was recommended by a doctor, though, so I do think that.
That's very different from what you were talking
Totally. About. And that's the whole thing. That's like, I think that like using colostrum, like the same way that like you can be an overproducer or super producer of breast milk. Jessie had a fucking like chest freezer and was donating milk because it was like she had way more than enough. And so to me, that like using like a goat who's producing colostrum that is able to feed their, whether it's their baby or to then make that into a powder to then feed another, or even just using it within the same community as in other goats who can use that I have zero issue with. It is the fact that like it is actively hard, like it is to value, to be more beneficial for the humans who like, I'm not against, my body is against dairy. I am not against like I said, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, like I'm not against any of that stuff at all. But the idea of like wanting to take away something that is actively beneficial for that industry and then use it for humans, well, is, I think in my mind, and I could be wrong, to me seems detrimental to that. Like to me, it disrupts the ecosystem. Like it disrupts the circle of life for me. And I have to say, you bitches better be glad that this sicked me out just as much, because you know me. If I can find an accurate representation for the photo to give people a point of reference to either jog their memory or to like add to it, like when I did the bear suit one where I was like, I need you guys to see what this is. I did see photos of what it looks like to do. And because it is exponentially thicker than regular milk, it looks deeply uncomfortable, and already not in like, you know, small farms, but like for big factory farming, it's already not the most comfortable process to be milked. This felt this felt like squeezing Play-Doh. Someone else said, just the idea of consuming or using another animal's colostrum is wild and scary. It's very on brand, though, to use something that women/female animals produce for capitalistic gain while also degrading them because it's animals. Plus, I'm sure this is detrimental to whatever baby animal was supposed to get this colostrum. Everything happening this week has me believing we have teleported into Wonderland. Like, there's no way we are still on Earth. We are so excited to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Thrive Cosmetics. Now, we are slowly but surely inching our way into fall in Los Angeles. And I mean inching.
So slowly.
So slowly.
Maybe like, millimetering. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so, because when I look outside, I go, oh my God, look at all these brown, crispy leaves that have fallen to the ground, and they're crunchy, and I can prance around in them, except for not too long because it's still 85 degrees out.
Right.
You know, it's that. So I have to find other ways to get excited for fall, like my makeup. And for me, I have been keeping it very simple, especially on my off days when I'm not filming. And even if I am filming, I'm like dialing it back, doing something very simple like mascara and a lip tint, which is exactly what I'm wearing today. And you guys can't see me, but you should know I'm wearing the ad that we're talking about. So thank you, Thrive.
She looks good. And when we got on camera, I was like, what have you been doing today? Because I know we rarely leave our homes.
Yeah, and I didn't leave my home. I just happened to have a little fun at my makeup desk.
And Thrive inspired that. As y'all know, fall. Y'all know that I am a person that's like, we don't talk about fall until it's fall. And now is it officially fall? Then we can talk about it. And I can talk about how much I am looking forward to switching up my summer routine for makeup and moving into more autumn-inspired creations. And Thrive makes that possible.
Thrive Cosmetics beauty products are certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free, made with clean, skin-loving ingredients, high-performance and trademarked formulas, and uncompromising standards. And it's easy to see why their best sellers have thousands of 5-star reviews.
We were sent some beautiful shades, including their precision lipstick crayon that we received. The color is called Stephanie. It looks amazing on me. It is like a brownish red color. I'm not a technical person. Thrive they're the professionals. They provide it. I see it. I like it. I wear it. It's fantastic. They also have their liquid lash extension mascara. Not only does it last all day, it doesn't clump. There's no smudging. There's no flaking. You look like you're wearing lash extensions without having to go to the salon and getting them put on.
And it completely comes off so easily with water, which is something that, as someone who has been a till death do us part waterproof mascara kind of girl, usually I have to soak my eyelashes and my eyelids for about 5 minutes every night. And then when I wake up in the morning, I still look like a raccoon. And I'm like, and I got to do it again in the morning. So knowing that I can have that great long lash, voluminous and lengthened look, and then washing it off just as easy with water, it sounds like a dream. And it's got nourishing ingredients that help support longer, stronger, and healthier looking lashes over time. TBT to that time I was curling my lashes on your couch and they got stuck, and then I broke off half my lashes, and I was like, oh, we can't actually talk about this. And you're like, it's fine, we'll pretend it never happened.
And I forgot it happened until right now.
I thought it happened again the other day. And that was pre-Thrive. So thank Thrive Cosmetics. Now I'm gonna be set. These lashes are not going anywhere.
Great. I love that. Not only does Thrive provide excellent products, Thrive also donates to 8 major causes, including those impacted by cancer, domestic abuse, and veteran and education organizations.
So brighten up your fall look with Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get an exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/blame. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/blame for 20% off your first order.
For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. So that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
And then we have writer number 1. Are they wrong for expecting their friends with benefits to pay for their Uber? 20% said the writer is wrong. 80% said the writer is not wrong. Someone said not, especially because he agreed to pay in the first place. Another person said, man agreed to pay pre-hookup. Man needs to pay. Send him a Venmo request next time he hits you up. LOL. Another person said, definitely not wrong at all. Good pussy should always come with a price, whether it's money or something else. We can't go into 2025 letting men waste our time. We use loosely because I'm a lesbian. And if he was too broke to pay for 2 Ubers despite having a higher paying job, then it's time to kick him to the curb. Someone else said, I think this one is very specific to the fact that he asked before. He said yes and then ended up not doing it. However, just expecting your friends with benefits to pay for your Uber because they get to fuck you, then you'd be wrong. I think you put men into different categories. You have your financial providers. You have your actual ones you want to date. And then you have your ones that you want to settle down with. And in this case, this person is a provider.
And you are also providing a service.
That's what I was going to say. The provisions are going in multiple ways, but like if he requested for you to come over then you request for money.
I agree with that. It's kind of the same way that pricing works for like business stuff. Like if someone will pay that, there's always someone who will pay that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And if it's like, you can move on to somewhere else or whatever you want to do with that. But like I don't think there is anything inherently wrong with expecting that, especially because booty calls very often in like a heterosexual sense, especially in media, have been depicted for the male's benefit. That like, you know, the satisfaction might be a little bit more up in the air. Even if not, I do think it is our duty because I think we've had more bad sex than they have.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you weren't the one who did the bad sex to me, I've had bad sex in my lifetime, so therefore pay for my Uber.
I don't think that's too much to ask, especially when you were getting up out of your bed to go to him.
Without a doubt. He said, hey, 1-800 deliver a pussy. I would serve it on a platter.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, pay shipping and handling.
You're right. Nothing wrong.
Tip your driver. There would be nothing hotter than like someone ordering an Uber for you and then leaving it, like paying for the Uber and then like seeing the notification, like thank you for the trip, and giving like a fat tip. It's like, that's hot. Like it's not just like, oh, it's an expectation you should do that. I'm like, no, it is now not just a neutral flag. Like that's a green flag. And like, I find that sexy and attractive.
Yeah, that's like the video that was on TikTok a few months ago where it was like hooking up with the finance guy, something like that. And he would provide a little goodie bag and money for breakfast, letting you know, like, you can sleep in, but the housekeeper's coming over a little bit later. Here's some money for your Uber. Here's the money for your breakfast. I had a great time.
Did you just see he just collabed with a girl who did the finance girl, like with him, and the goodie bag she hands him is just a pack of Zins, and I was cackling. I was like, I have to watch this. Like, this is so fucking funny. And it was like, and I also know like almost all of his friends from college work in finance, and a lot of the women work in finance too. And I'm like, I was always like, why aren't they showing girls in finance? Because like there is a fucking archetype too. It's not the same as the men, but like there is only one variant. Like there is one variant of this. I'm like, I need to see it. And it was so fucking funny though. Throwing on her bala bangles.
I haven't seen it. I gotta find
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It was just went up a couple days ago. Okay. Then we have writer number 2. Are they wrong for not wanting to renew their lease with their brother? 1% said the writer is wrong. 99% said the writer is not wrong. Someone said I might have fucked up and voted wrong, but the writer is definitely not wrong. I think that playing it off like it's obvious is a fantastic idea. You are just overthinking this, but it'll be fine. You got this. And when I read that, I was like, dang, that's really good advice. And then it took me a second to be like, oh, that's the advice we gave. I was like, dang, that was, yeah. Wow, we're really fucking good. I like literally had this. I was like, this thought. I was like, wow, we are really good at this. Like we might be like hilarious and funny and like wonderful, like personable, but like we also do give good advice. I just forget because like we have so many other like great qualities as well as like reasons to listen to this podcast that like I do forget that like we also give good advice.
Yes. Yes, we do. I mean, there's a reason why we've been doing this since 2017.
There's a reason why we had to do But Am I Wrong for people who didn't take our advice and they're like ready to talk about it now.
Come to me.
Focus Features invites you to succumb to the darkness.
Nosferatu.
From director Robert Eggers comes a masterpiece of horror.
He is coming. This creature is a force more powerful than evil. It is death itself.
Nosferatu. Rated R. Under 17nm without parent. Only in theaters this Wednesday. Special engagements in Dolby and IMAX.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
All right, then we have Wrong of the Week. Hospitals, this is in reference to hospitals, gave patients meds during childbirth and reported them for positive drug tests. 99% said hospitals are wrong, 1% said hospitals are not wrong. Someone said, and older generations don't understand why younger generations don't want kids or are heavily debating kids. I'm scared. Another person said, I don't even understand how this is possible. With medical reports, I feel like there should be a way to prove that the small traces of these drugs were from medicine given before they're able to report them for positive drug tests. First, they force women to have children and then punish them once they do. I fucking hate this shit.
Then we have, we had this was quite the episode. Then we have my Wrong of the Week, box lunch. 94% said box lunch is wrong. 6% said box lunch is not wrong. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I have faith in our audience. I think those people are probably wanting to put more blame on the catering staff, which is
there's a couple explanations that say that.
Yeah, which is fair. But I don't want anyone who has like allergies, anaphylactic or not, to think that there's none of those responses. We're not filtering those out. So I just want people to not feel like shit that feels like a ratio they don't love. Someone said, this is horrifying, and the victim blaming about EpiPens is appalling. An EpiPen buys you 10 minutes until the paramedics arrive. It doesn't magically cure anaphylaxis. I wish more people had basic knowledge on this. Someone else said, this is just absolutely disgusting. Having a deadly allergy myself, I can't express how passionate I am about this. The emotional stress and mental load of constantly having to trust other people is exhausting and comes with so much anxiety. But if we don't trust professionals in restaurants or ingredient lists at the supermarket, we literally wouldn't be able to eat, ever. Mm-hmm. Putting our lives in the hands of others is necessary. There is no other choice. Please show some respect. And please just tell me if I can't eat instead of brushing it off. No one with a severe allergy would ever be offended or mad. We would be happy that it's taken seriously. Yeah. Someone else said, I was just talking to a friend about her peanut allergy. There has to be accountability for restaurants, catering, corporations, because people with peanut allergies have to trust them. It's that or never eat out or go out or live a normal life. And having a reaction is at least traumatizing and at most deadly, so why would that not be taken seriously? Incredibly sad that someone died due to negligence and people still thought that they needed to post about it. Oh, last one. As someone who's worked in kitchens, I'm absolutely appalled at their approach to allergens. It is life and death and not something to be fucked with. Servers should be trained and not have a shadow of a doubt in their mind when speaking with patrons about allergens. I cannot believe that they would have such lax rules that cause someone's death. Absolutely appalling. One time someone made a joke that I gave them something they were allergic to, and when they told me they were joking, I went off. That is not something you joke about.
No, not at all.
And also, even if you're don't believe them they have an allergy, they just don't like the food. Who cares?
So what?
Who cares?
So what?
It sounds like I'm allergic to onions. I don't want onions in it. Okay. The idea of being oh my God, these people, these absolute idiots, they're making this food so bad. What do you eat when you're high? Because I'm ready to judge you.
Speaking
Kids eat paper.
Yeah.
That episode of Habit.
Let's take a break and then we can get into stories.
Streaming now on Peacock. Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are back.
That's hot. Loves it.
For a show-stopping reunion that will prove putting on an opera is anything but simple.
We're really good at this.
One thing's for sure, they won't be upstaged.
Good to have you back.
Come on, we've got a show to do.
Paris and Nicole, The Encore, a 3-part reunion special. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Making everyone happy on vacation isn't easy. But you know what is? Going to Aruba. All you have to do is walk out your door to find pristine pools, relaxing white sand beaches, and an island teeming with outdoor activities that'll put a smile on any face. You won't just feel great, you'll all feel great, filled with a calmer, more peaceful vibe that radiates Aruba's warmth. And the best part is, it never fades. That's the Aruba effect. Plan your family trip at Aruba.com.
I'm James McComb, reporting live from home in my bathrobe and slippers. Tonight, we're talking Dunkin' Polar Peppermint Coffee. Gene's here with the latest. Gene, do you copy?
The home with Dunkin' is where you want to be.
We're back and I'm intrigued.
So, as you know, when I come to town, there's only 2 friends that I actually see. And they're as no high school friends.
Oh, God.
2 of my college friends that have moved back within the last couple of years. And we went over to Sarah's house. And we didn't go out this time. But we had a freaking blast. Did about 5 gummies, maybe.
And I'm so glad you're still here with us today. What day was this?
Saturday. Yeah, I went after one of my niece's birthday parties. Saturday. Went over. She has a lovely, beautiful home. And had a little sleepover. We had a lot of fun. I introduced them to Dochi. We watched her Tiny Desk while on things. And you know that part where it goes into, I think it's the 3rd song she's doing. She starts barking and they're like, we can't do this right now.
No, I can think about watching that high. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot.
I played soccer inside. There was a point where like all feeling had gone. And then I was like, we got to prepare ourselves for tomorrow. So I ordered us food. They don't even remember me ordering, even though I passed my phone around so people could put their orders in. And it was the only like place that was open because it was about 3:00 in the morning, quesadillas.
You have been doing this 3 a.m. ordering food. This has been so brand not.
We got some great quesadillas, very filling. It was like so good. The churro, there were some amazing churros that had a little bit of cream in the middle of it.
Oh my God, how was your digestion? Worth it.
It was worth it. Like I used the bathroom, but I think it was good to help flush my system out.
Well, also I have to say, sometimes I go out of my way to eat things I know make me shit when I'm traveling because that backs me up so fast.
Yeah, and then we went to bed. I went to sleep. I had a lovely. She was like, "This room is so cold," and she's like, "Nobody ever goes in here." I said, "Baby girl, I sleep on 64 degrees. This is perfect."
I love a chilly room.
Went to sleep. Woke up completely refreshed. I made everybody breakfast. I made French toast. And then I like made the whipped cream and thinly sliced strawberries. Like I felt like I did very good for the next day, and everybody really
that's
enjoyed
incredible.
it. Yeah, so we had fun.
Is this a new tradition, you think?
I think so. I think it is.
I think it's a good one because like it's reminiscent of when you go back home when you're in college over Thanksgiving break or Christmas break and like everybody goes to that like one bar or whatever. Yep. This is like the adult version of that.
Yeah. We did go to the bar. We went to several bars the last time. And I do miss, we went to one that had popcorn, like different flavors of popcorn at the bar. And it felt like it was either that I didn't drink this time because I was like, that was too much last time. But that tasted like the best popcorn I've ever had.
Did you ever have popcorn at the bank?
Yes. Popcorn and lollipops. And little bottles of water.
I need us to bring back brick and mortar establishments with popcorn when you have to wait for something. Really?
They still have popcorn, yeah. The Chases I go to, they have popcorn. The one in Westwood has popcorn. The one in Culver City has popcorn. I say the one.
Mott's has a Chase card. He's really depriving me.
Yeah, there's popcorn.
Okay, next time I'm actually going to not wait in the car. And I'll go inside with Mott's and I'll go, give me some of that popcorn.
Yes.
I've had a lot of popcorn recently because I've been watching a lot of movies. Wicked and The Grinch and the Polar Express.
I don't really like popcorn as a concept. I don't like how it gets in my teeth.
Well, you know me. I bring a floss pick everywhere I go.
I know. And I also don't like butter.
Yeah, I don't get butter on it.
But a lot of places, they just like do it. And so I don't like specific popcorn. But if I'm in a mood of not being in my body, I love popcorn. Where I don't have to think about it too much.
Well,
I think it's
like cotton candy. It's like air food And like it satiates that like thing of being like, why do you kind of want to eat a packing peanut? Like it's that mood that you get in. I understand it.
Like when I came home the other day and my dad was just sitting on the couch eating popcorn and he was like, you want some? I was like, that sounds absolutely disgusting right now.
No, the way that some people make popcorn, I literally have goosebumps just thinking about it. It's so squeaky and I like cannot deal. And like, I can make popcorn fine, but oh my God, I literally have full goosebumps talking about this. But like, it has to be in a specific bowl. I have to be in a certain outfit. All these things have to, sensory wise, all of these things have to go perfectly smooth because the consistency of it and the squeakosity is incredibly different than when you get it somewhere out of your home or from a bag.
Josh made some popcorn Josh Elkins. He made some popcorn where he cooked pepperoni in a skillet and then took it out and then cooked the popcorn in the pepperoni oil.
Juice.
I was going to say juice.
Yeah, I know. I could tell.
And then
Melissa, the way that I went from
some
goosebumps
cheese into that.
to wet.
Yeah. Put a little cheese. And then I think he put like a ranch seasoning
powder
on it too. Yeah. And that sounds phenomenal.
There's nothing I love more than cooking absolutely anything I can in rendered fat from meat.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That sounds phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to try it. I was for a point, which I stopped doing because it started sicking me out. But I obviously would save bacon grease to cook the multitude of things. I've done popcorn with bacon grease.
He did the bacon grease. That's what the bacon grease was with the ranch powder. I forgot what he put on it was like a pizza powder. That's what he put on
seasoning.
With the pepperoni.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it is so fucking good, but you need to factor in what you're cooking it into because the typical amount of popcorn that is satiating to you is cut in half because like it's so there's just something about it. It's obviously fattier. It's so rich that I made a big bowl how I normally make it. And then I was like, oh, I cannot finish this because but it's so good.
Thing about it's like bacon fat. Like you wouldn't just like eat that.
And it's also more flavorful. Yeah. So like you are satisfied with it's less of a vessel and or plain. It's just so fucking good. Damn. Well, we always make a lot of popcorn when we're up at the mountain house. So I'll do that. I remember I was hanging out with my nephew and he was like, I had like talked about how we went to the Getty and so we didn't have lunch. And so when we were going to have dinner there, I was like, okay, we either need to order dinner now. And it's like 5:30. I was like, or we have to go home. Like I am starving. And my nephew was like, why are you hungry? Did you not have the snack? We had popcorn. And I was like, my dude, your father and Mats were in the living room. I was with your sister. 10 minutes maximum. You all three of you downed those two big bowls so quickly. Of course I didn't get any. You were shoveling it into your mouth and it was like, when he was shocked that I didn't get any, I'm like, you ate it in 0.5 seconds flat. It's a speedy one. But now I'm craving it.
I'm craving a Dagwood from Loaf and Joe's, which is a restaurant that I'm about to go to right now when we take our lunch break because they do the Dagwood is like a sandwich that has pepperoni and the flavors I was just talking about.
For a second, I don't know. Well, no, now I know why. I was like, I thought you meant, I just heard backwood and I was like a spliff. And I was like, you are becoming a different person.
Absolutely not. No, Dagwood.
No,
what is on
it would make you so. I'm sorry, Loaf and Joe's is my favorite part of that.
Yes,
sentence.
that's the name of the restaurant. It's they have this gluten-free bread that's weird. Like I've never seen anything like this, but it's so good.
It's not a Char's.
No, it's something strange.
Is it soft?
It's a little crispy.
Like a roll?
No. It's more like a flatbread.
Ooh, so take a picture when you're. Yeah. I have it.
It's pepperoni, salami, ham, lettuce, tomato, and Italian dressing. Maybe doesn't sound too appetizing, but on a piece of bread,
No, there's nothing about that doesn't sound advertising to me. That sounds great. I mean, you're talking to a girl who loves a tuna sandwich.
And they also do homemade chips too.
Ooh. Wow. I'm loving that. We hope you all enjoyed this episode of See You Next Tuesday. Don't forget to vote for who you think was wrong for the last episode. That's over on our Instagram stories. It will also be in a highlight. So if you miss the voting window of the 24 hours, because obviously it's a holiday season, you're not in the same routine. You can still respond in and write in of like why you think someone was wrong or whatever, even if you missed the voting period. And you can always do that, like just a heads up. And yeah, we hope you all enjoyed.
We'll see you on Thursday for Don't Blame Me. And then we're going to have a little holiday vacation. We'll have old episodes up. Enjoy them. They'll be great. They'll be festive.
And we will
see
you
next Tuesday. It'll be an old version of us, but we'll see you then.
Yeah, you'll still see us or hear us.
Bye.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
Hi, I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I am the host and creator of the podcast Only One in the Room. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us and lose yourself in someone's incredible Only One story. We talk to real people dealing with issues like infertility, the death of a loved one, human trafficking, and women who, fake it. Oh, and we want to be fair, so we talk to celebrities too. Emmy winners like actor John Cryer, supermodels like Amber Valletta, and rock stars like Ryan Dusick. Everyone is invited to share their Only One story with our listeners. With 21 seasons and counting, we guarantee you that Only One in the Room has a story that you'll connect with. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone. Download Only One in the Room on Apple or Spotify today.